and welcome back to the Wicked Thrifter Resale channel. I've been away for a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. Today is Sunday night, so it is, I think, November 12th. I'm going to do a little bit of shipping. Been battling a cold, a pretty decent cold for the last 2 weeks, so I'm sorry I haven't had any thrifting or what sold videos for you, so hopefully I can get back on track this week with that. I thought I'd start out with a what sold video from this weekend. I shipped a few of the items, or we did. We shipped a few of the items on Friday to try to get ahead of the storm this weekend, just in case, because we didn't know. I was feeling better, but I just wanted to make sure that I stayed ahead of it. All good and fine, but I still had a really decent weekend, so I'm going to have about at least 22 items to ship between tonight and tomorrow morning. That's if nothing else sells, and a couple of them are decent size. So I just wanted to get some of that done tonight, and the rest pulled and shipped tomorrow morning so I can hit the road early and get some thrifting and some videos shot for you. So thanks for bearing with me. Sorry I've been MIA, but when things like this happen, you just kind of like have to roll with it and take care of yourself. Otherwise, things don't get better fast, which I started to go out and do some stuff before I think I was completely ready, and then I had a relapse, so I got didn't finish getting better. So just remember to stop and take care of yourself. This is kind of a grind job, and I am a work from home mom, but doing reselling, but I also homeschool my kids, so it's a lot. But we're hanging in there and we're getting it done, and we're back on track. This week looks to be good. I feel a little refreshed, kind of like it was a mini break. It wasn't a vacation by any means because I was sick, but I stepped away from a lot of stuff just to make it easier to recoup. So, all right, I'll get some of these items pulled and we'll start going over them. First item up that we need to pull is a laser etched glass or crystal owl light. So this isn't an owl auction. It was an auction that I got, and I had to drive quite a ways, but I filled up the back of my car. I wish I would have gotten video and photos of that. How ridiculous that was. My husband was holding stuff on his lap. Our whole SUV was just filled, to the roof with items from this auction. So I got this to pull, and then I got a couple of figurines. Let me grab those. The next item we need to pull is a Snoopy figurine, a parade, Snoopy parade? Is that it? Is a Peanuts parade item? Let me grab him. He's right here. And I believe we have some picture frames, so let me hunt those down. Par for the course, or Murphy's Law in my case. The computer is not rebooting, so I gotta figure out what's going on with that, so I have to go off my phone, so bear with me here. But the glass etched, or the laser etched crystal block with the light source and the plug, which definitely probably could have got more, but sold for $17.97 plus shipping. Yeah, those I don't really pick up ever. That was just happened to be in the auction lot. Once upon a time, these were huge. People love them. I suppose if it's marked, and if it's something more unique, it'll sell. These bases still sell decently well, but however, like on Amazon and a bunch of the other sites, you can get replacement ones fairly cheap, so that alone probably is worth a little bit of money. But regardless, it was in the auction lot, and I didn't buy the auction for this piece, so it's kind of like a little freebie or bonus for me. So that $17.97 plus shipping. I sold this Snoopy figurine, so pardon me while I grab the number there. So this Snoopy figurine, it's by Westland Giftware, made in China. They have a whole variety of these. I don't know if by you this is a big deal, but in Minnesota it is. Like Peanuts characters. Probably is everywhere, but we have a lot of local restaurants and places around. You'll find some of these. I think they used to have them at the Twins Stadium, but I'm not sure. But anyway, that guy sold for $14 plus shipping on an offer that I accepted. And then these sold, even with damage. I was shocked that I still got $15 plus shipping for these. the way I displayed it, and I told them about it, or when I found them anyway, when I purchased them, they were displayed this way. So that could be easily set up the same way, or maybe they're just buying it for the little boy or just for the frames. I don't know. However, these sold for $15 plus ship. One item that was right by the desk here, I didn't have to go far to grab, is this wood, like curio style collector spoon display cabinet. It's wall hanging, or they can stand it, but there's some condition issues, some scuffing and whatnot on there. However, this sold for $40 plus shipping, so that's not a bad sale. Another item that sold relatively fast, I picked it up at an estate sale, is a little accent lamp. It's a brass lamp. It kind of looks like a candlestick. And it has a butterfly on it. So let me locate that and I will show you. This cute little lamp sold for $25 plus shipping. So I'll grab these again if it's just a few dollars, up to $5 or so. I think I paid $8 actually for that at the estate sale, but $25 on an offer is what I accepted. Sometimes I do that, like I said in previous videos, to get sales kind of spurred if I'm not meeting what I expect to get for the weekend. And I'll kind of get that ball rolling and the eBay machine kicking out some offers to me. And it usually does the trick. So don't be afraid to take some offers if it's not something of high value maybe. I don't know. Everybody has their own system and way of doing it, but that's been working for me. So let's get to pulling some more. Next item up to pull is a little glass skull or skeleton head. Tea light or candle holder. This guy here, a little past Halloween, but it's still selling. Not sure, but let's see. And I believe this guy sold for $17.07. Obviously an offer on that end, plus shipping. Couple more items to pull. A brass letter opener down at the other end, so I'll grab that in a minute. But then a little iridescent art glass bird. It's Bluebird of Happiness. These are fairly well known, and they're usually signed. So let me grab those. They're pretty distinctive. They make other colors. They don't call them Bluebird of Happiness. They're made in, I believe, West Virginia. Oh, I just right past it. Okay. West Virginia. They're usually signed. I know a lot of them are Lee Ward, Ray Ross, or Ross Ray, sorry. And that factory is now closed, so they don't make them anymore. But one big thing to check on these guys, if the beak is chipped on there, check for any other markings and stuff like that and see. But generally, they're fairly easy to ship. Generally isn't any damage. You can see the pontil on the bottom there. Some inclusions, but that's just in the manufacturing of it. All right, I'm going to go grab that letter opener and we'll talk prices. One little tip for this video is don't discount looking in the home office section of estate sales. Letter openers seem to do decent for me, especially the vintage ones. This sold for $27.97 plus shipping. I actually won this though in an auction, online auction, and it was just a bulk lot of vintage letter openers. Now you saw me pull this, and this guy, again, Bluebird of Happiness by Ross Ray, signed and dated, and this guy sold for $24.97. Now this one has an iridescent shine to it. Most the Bluebirds of Happiness don't have that. You'll see it. At least I don't come across them. I come across just a plain Bluebirds usually. All right, let's pull some more. Next up is this letterpress tray. It's like the old press machines. They put the letters to organize them in there, and people use these to hang on the wall. A lot of people use them for displays, for miniatures. That's pretty much all I can think of. But anyway, that sold for $64.97 plus shipping. And that's a decent size. I mean, this is, almost 36 inches tall. Maybe not that high. I think that's more like 24. So that'll be fun to pack up, but not too terrible. So that's heading out, and let's go grab another. Here is a Viking swung glass vase. It's the 6-petal Epic green glass vase. You can tell it's 6-petal by the 6 leaves or petals on the bottom there. And also it's usually got these ribs or petals on here. And then that's obviously a swung glass vase there. Alright, and this guy's heading out for $55 plus ship. And it still has the original sticker and all. Alright, we have quite a few mugs, or at least a few, that are heading out, so I might grab those next. The first mug I pulled is this Deneen pottery. It's the mark right there. I don't know if it's focusing or not. But it was a semi-truck, larger size, so this is probably a solid 16-ounce mug. Very good quality, very nice. Doesn't look to be used very much, but that sold for $25.47 plus shipping. And then I also sold this marble or stone hinged trinket box. It's got a label on the bottom there. That didn't sell for a terrible amount or a ton of money, so $16.47 plus shipping. And I also sold this mug, but let me look up what they paid. This one didn't sell for a ton. It should have sold for more, I believe. This one is not Deneen pottery. I don't know necessarily the maker on this. There's a couple of makers that are fairly similar. You can kind of tell Deneen though by the heavy weight of it. It's actually just really solid and very nicely done. This is still nicely done, but you can tell the quality is not as spectacular as this. But this is Pig's Eye Pilsner. It's a beer mug. And this guy sold for $20.89 on an offer plus shipping, or a sale. It might have been a sale that I was running. It's the time of year for mugs, so I try to move some of them, make room for some new inventory when I get it. Alright, let's pull some more. These are also heading out. I have a set of 2, 4, 6, these little bronze-ish metal miniature frames. These sold for $40 plus shipping. And then I also sold this wonderfully fun, looks like a flower art glass vase, and it's got the little toes on the bottom there. And that sold for $55.47 plus shipping. We have some Costa Boda that sold. Need to move this guy. Excuse the clanking there. Everything's fine. Just sounds louder. This Costa Boda bowl. Let me put that down and then I'll go grab a couple more. There's an art pottery. Here it is. Little vase or planter. So this little art glass bowl sign there. That's the mark for it. For this maker. And that sold for $31.47 or $97 plus shipping. This art pottery piece here, generally I find it with the artist's signature on it. I actually got this in an auction lot with a couple other pieces by this maker, and I can't remember the name on it, but I have 2 more in my store. Right now my computer's still not functioning to do this and film at the same time, so I apologize. I can't tell you what the name of this is right now. But they do it where they apply, it's like a Japanese style pottery. And they put like a porcelain slip glaze on the outside. And this sold for $75 plus shipping. And then I also sold this Beatrix Potter. It's a telefloral planter. And that sold for $22.47 plus. All right, good morning, good morning. It is Monday morning and we're finishing up our what solds over the weekend from Friday to Sunday. Here's a couple more items that I had to pull. This is a frosted glass. It's by Interper. I think that's how you say it. It's in Taiwan. It's a frosted glass bird figurine. That little guy sold for $13 plus shipping. And also heading out is this porcelain or ceramic menu card. It's by Shafford, but it is Japan. It's definitely vintage. This little guy sold for $8 plus shipping. I have 3 more items to pull, so I'm going to go get some of those and we'll talk about those. Christmas time is rolling up on us soon. It's going really fast. This year has just flown by for me. Let's see. The thing I'm going to be pulling is a salt glazed stoneware batter bowl, and it's a Christmas item because it's got a Christmas tree on it. And it's a batter bowl, so perfect for Christmas breakfast, or your Christmas breakfast or holiday gift giving as well. So let me find that. I'll pull it, and I got a couple more items. Here's those 2 more items. I apologize, my throat is still raspy today. But here is the Christmas batter bowl. This one sold for $17.50 plus shipping, off, obviously on an offer there. There's the pottery mark there. It's Maple City Pottery, kind of fitting for the batter bowl. This also sold. This was part of a salt and pepper shaker lot that I got, I don't know, probably 2 years ago. And it's been sitting. It's missing its companion piece. It's just got the little canoe caddy and then the one little Indian figure. It's definitely vintage, made in, it says Occupied Japan. And they're cold painted, so some of the paint is a little worn. But that sold. I took an offer of $8 plus shipping on that. The last item that I pulled, and I didn't show pulling, but is these mid-century Zodiac glasses. So I have all of them, but there's one that has a crack, and even with it, I didn't know if I should sell it as a complete set with the cracked item or not, but I did because I figured, what the heck, I gotta get rid of it anyway. And I did disclose it that it was broken, and that's probably why it sat for a little bit longer, because it's not truly a complete set, being that one of the glasses is cracked. But that sold for $95. That whole set sold for $95 plus shipping out the door. All right. So not terrible sales. You know, pretty decent weekend, especially since I haven't been like tending to my eBay store like I should. I started picking it back up this last like 4 days or so. Trying to get more listings up and back to my normal ending and selling similar and listing a certain dollar amount. So hopefully I'll see the fruits of that labor here shortly. But you know, even with that, I still sold. There's some other items I actually did ship Friday morning, so there would have been 4 more to pull, but I had shipped it out just to get ahead, just in case. But it was a decent weekend. So I just want to say thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Hopefully I'm back on a more regular schedule with my videos, and I'll be posting another What Sold next Wednesday. Until then, thanks. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good week.